What? What do you mean?
What do you mean I have to leave? What do you mean? Tom's taking over. Like, no.
Hey guys, Tom here from Delair Football. Apparently my last video on James's channel wasn't a complete disaster because he's got me back on today. So thanks to James for having me back again. And today we're answering a question as old as YouTube itself. What's in my bag? So, slight twist of course being that I'm a keeper. So I'll tell you what's in a goalkeeper's bag when they head to the pitch on a Sunday. First up, I want to talk about the bag itself. I was due for a new one this season, so I went out and opted for an Under Armour bag this year. Simple reason being, they do a range in their Storm material, which is water resistant. And let's face it, at the level keepers like me play at, we don't have flashy change rooms. We take our stuff to the sidelines with us, and the last thing you want is to come off the pitch on a rainy day and find that your clothes to wear home are now soaked, along with everything in the bag. What's in the bag then? Well, first things first, the kit. I keep telling my club that we should have a kit man at Sunday League, but no one listens to me. Maybe one day. Next up is one of my favourite footballing products. I was talking about it on my Instagram recently. It's something that I would just about refuse to go on the pitch without. That's a pair of Storelli body shield sliders. They're fantastic for goalkeepers because they give you a little bit of protection and padding down your hips, but at the same time, they're sleek and form-fitting enough that you forget that you're even wearing them. Padding down the sides really takes the sting off if you're playing on a harder pitch, on an artificial pitch, or when you're just sliding out to collect that overhit through ball and making that block save. I've got a mate who even plays field hockey. I got him into a similar product and he hasn't looked back since. Grazers are a thing of the past. Sticking with the base layers, I'll have a couple of options in my bag on any given Sunday. I'll have a short sleeve option and I'll always take a long sleeve option with me as well. Simply put, depending on the weather conditions and the state of the pitch that you're playing on, you might want either. Sometimes if you get absolutely soaked in the first half, it's just nice to have one to change into at half time as well. All right, moving on to the bigger ticket items. Let's talk boots. My current weapon of choice is the brand new Nike Phantom GT Elite. Really nice boots. I've been enjoying playing in them, so these have been my mainstays for the past couple of weeks. But I'm having a little bit of an issue with them. The heel on them just won't break in. So for that reason, what else is in my bag? More boots. My Tiempo Legend 8 Elites are a seriously comfortable boot that I know if I'm having grief with these, I can just slip into these at half time and I'll be safe to finish out the match. In fact, I've been enjoying these when I put them back on at half time so much. I might even start this weekend in them. We'll see. And of course, there's obviously going to be a pair of gloves in my bag. I've just switched this week into a fresh pair. I'm wearing some All Sport Absolute grips at the moment. It's one of my favorite latexes. Perfect balance of grip and durability. Great in the dry, still decent in the wet. So I'll have these in my bag any given Sunday. A couple of hours before the match, I'll put a little bit of water on the palm so it's coming to life by the time we head out on the pitch to warm up. So let's move on to a few of the more random things you might find in my bag. One thing I love to have with me on a match day is a few nutrition options in case I get a little bit peckish or my energy levels start to drop. One of my favorite ones is an energy gel, such as these ones here from Science and Sport, just with some carbohydrates and some caffeine. If you're flagging a little bit at half time, have one of these and wash it down with a little bit of water and you will notice the difference in the second half. You'll push through to that final whistle. Similar topic, but much less high tech. I tend to have a muesli bar in my bags most days, and especially on training nights too. I get hungry, alright? Also in my bag, like a lot of goalkeepers, you'll find tape, and more tape. We've got a few different options here. Obviously, the lime green 7.5 centimeter tape goes around the bottom of my shin guards. The black one is for the change kit, but I also wear it around my wrists if need be. The 5 centimeter option is another one for the wrists. And then the 2.5 centimeter option is really good if you've jarred a finger, just to give it a bit of support without completely locking it up. I then keep some rigid strapping tape in my bag, which can be useful if you're worried about heel blisters or if you've got a nasty injury you need to strap up. There's always a teammate that needs to borrow some of this for some reason. That's at least the one good thing about being a goalkeeper, by the way. Your sock tape is a different colour to the rest of the team, so no can come and ask to borrow it.
Oh, me? You want me? It's not my fault that the Australian is swearing. You kicked me out. Back to Tom. Back to Tom. I don't care. I'm having a day off.
And lastly, some thin rigid tape as well. This just helps when you've got a finger injury to just hold the tape in place, stop it from unraveling inside your gloves as you're taking them on and off. I had a bit of a thumb injury a while back and it was really useful for that. Of course, on a match day, you're going to need a pair of shin guards. My weapon of choice for a couple of seasons now in that regard has been Nike's Mercurial Flylight shin guards. They're a really comfortable shin guard. They've got some good flex in them. If you want a lightweight, premium shin guard, but you don't want to pay crazy money, the Flylights is where it's at for me. They're a really fantastic product. Mine are getting on a bit now. They're a little bit beat up, and you can even see they're starting to come unglued at the bottom, but I'll keep wearing these for as long as I can. I remember reading an interview with Ander Herrera once when he was at United. Of course, he's at PSG now. I was sad to see him go. He said he's had the same pair of shin guards since juniors. Superstition or something, he refuses to get rid of them. You got any weird quirks like that? Love to hear about them in the comments down below, or hit me up on Instagram. We'll talk football there. It's a pain in the ass keeping your shin guards in place as a goalkeeper. So as well as the sock tape that we talked about before, I do like these Nike shin guard sleeves. They're not flashy, they're not the greatest product, but they do help a little bit with keeping your shin guards in place. Now speaking of shin guards, in the pre-season I did experiment with a different pair. That's the G-Form Pro S Clash. If you hate shin guards and you only wear them because the rules say you have to, I really recommend you check these out. These are one of the softest, most flexible, most lightweight guards you can possibly get on the market, but the protection is still decent. Unfortunately for me as a keeper, when you make those sliding saves and those one-on-one blocks, they have a little bit of a tendency to bunch up, and you can't really just pull them back into place when you're wearing your gloves, so they weren't the greatest option for a keeper. But if you play on the field and you hate shin guards, think about these G-Forms. And last but not least, you really should have a can of this in your bag, and if you don't, someone needs to have a word with you. Alright guys, so that's what you'll find in my bag when I'm heading to a match on a Sunday. What about you? You got anything that you just cannot head to a match without? You got anything that you think a Sunday League keeper like me should think about having in their bag? Let us know down in the comments. If there's any other football related or goalkeeper related topics you want to hear about, let us know down below as well. Stick a like on this video and subscribe to James's channel if you've enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.